If you're a kid in New England, you play hockey.
Go, 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 go.
9-year-old Patrick Sweeney is no different. And that makes this one of the few places that's the case.
There was a point where we didn't think skating would be possible.
Attaboy.
Patrick has autism, but thanks to a new system developed by Coach Joe Delano, Patrick is engaged.
All I've done is just found a way to communicate and connect with them.
His system is called Smart Light Sports.
Follow.
Images projected onto the playing surface, which lead kids through different drills.
Let's hit a puck into the net. By having the light or the cue on the floor allows them to be in the right place at the right time.
Liam O'Brien is dyslexic and has ADHD. For him, staying focused on his youth hockey team can be tough. But at Smart Light, he likes doing the work.
So without the lights, it's really kind of harder, but with the lights, it's a lot easier.
Joe didn't design it just for special needs kids. His system can help anyone.
Article 1 is about how kids, when they play youth sports, it's helpful for their mind and their body, but it also pays a hefty price on them financially, both for them and their parents. They end up having enormous amounts of pressure to do well because of the promise of scholarships in college and things like that. This also helps the parents push their kids to do more in one sport. And that hurts them physically because this can cause stress injuries from using one part of their body their whole time. The article wants them to let them play everything. Article 2 is able to compare and contrast how kids in Norway are treated while playing their sports and how kids in America are treated playing sports. In Norway, they don't grade children and force them to play sports on certain days. They are able to sit and practice and relax when they need to. They do this because it's impossible to say at 8 or 12 or 10 or 12 who is going to be talented in school or sports. That takes another 10 years. This political cartoon shows how kids are pressured to do well because of their parents.
Sports because of how hard it is. Mistreatment and limited knowledge can misdirect youth on the actual fun of the sport. Many parents hope their children stay determined and disciplined can be reflected. Many youth sports look up to football coaching since discipline is harsh and can teach younger kids to keep going. During practice, a coach is in a position to demonstrate the value of continued focus, delayed in quitting, and superior effort when it is hard. In competition, the student can use the positive results of the following the coach's instructions. The active children, according to the Aspen Institute, are not only healthier and less likely to be obese, but they also have better test scores and are more likely to go to college and grow up to earn more than inactive children. Indeed, it's estimated that nearly 95% of CEOs of Fortune 500 companies played sports. When kids reached 4th grade, it seemed the kids who played sports were better at following instructions and remained focused in the classroom. Studies believe this has to do with the factor of belonging to a special group with the same goal in mind. It helps them understand the importance of respecting rules and honoring responsibilities.
For me, growing up, sports was a huge deal. I was always a okay student. You know, I had great parents that pushed me to make sure that academics were important and taken care of, but what I really gravitated towards was athletics, and so that's what I was passionate about. So some of my biggest mentors and people that I looked up to, the lessons that I learned that I relate to now as a working adult, so many of them are from my experiences playing sports from elementary school all the way through college. The lessons that you learn, like accountability, how to be a team player, sportsmanship, working through adversity, are obviously lessons that are important in a basketball game or a football game, but more importantly, those lessons are important when, you know, you go through and you get married and you live with somebody. You have to be a team player. You have to be accountable. Then all of a sudden you have kids, and those same lessons come back, right? Learning how to work hard for something, learning how to try to achieve something that's bigger than yourself. Those are lessons that for me, as somebody that always, my biggest passion was through athletics. Those were lessons that I learned through sports that I don't think that just me personally got from, my math class or science class. So having had those lessons through athletics is why I coach today, because I want to have that same impact on young people that are like-minded to me, and their passion is in athletics. So if I can teach life lessons through sport, I think that's the whole reason that we play sports.